Hey fellow investors, the volatility in the market is really no joke. Every night at 9:30 p.m. when the US market opens, I'll be glued to my screen and watching the action, ignoring my wife and kids. Just yesterday, I thought we saw some signs of relief. Most Asian markets, except for Singapore, unfortunately, bounced back, with European shares rallying a whopping 4% to 6%. The US market opened with optimism, but by the end of the day, the 4% rally fizzled out into a 2% decline. In just the past few days, we've seen extreme ups and downs, enough to make even seasoned investors feel a bit giddy. So in this kind of environment, where the markets are unpredictable and investor sentiment is fragile, I thought I'll quickly share with you today the 3 shares and REITs I personally have no worries holding, even if things remain bumpy like today. These are steady, reliable, no-stress picks, the kind of companies I can hold and just collect steady dividends without checking on their performance. And at the end, I've got one special bonus pick. It's what I call a cigarette butt investment. Small, a bit battered, but with one last puff of value. I'll explain what I mean later. Netlink NBN Trust, ultra stable, boring, and that's why I love it. The first on my list is one I always go back to when markets get stormy. Netlink NBN Trust. Now, when people ask me what's the most boring stock in Singapore, I happily say, this one. But boring is beautiful, especially in times like these. Netlink owns and operates the nationwide fiber network infrastructure in Singapore. That means whether you're watching YouTube at home, doing Zoom calls for work, or even listening to how the stock market is doing, there's a very good chance you're using their network. And because it's part of the country's essential digital infrastructure, its revenue stream is remarkably stable. Some analysts even call Netlink's returns bond-like, and I get what they mean. The dividend payouts are very stable, and the business model is incredibly predictable. But let's be clear, this is still a share, not a bond. It carries equity risk, and its price can fluctuate with the broader market. That said, it's one of the few listed entities I can genuinely say I don't lose zero sleep over. The dividend yield is more than 6%, which for something this stable, is more than enough for me. I don't expect huge capital gains here, but for peace of mind and steady income, Netlink is hard to beat. Over the past 5 days, which have been the most volatile over a long time, Netlink has dropped by only 2.3%. This is the kind of share I hold and forget about. Until I need it, then I smile at the dividends quietly rolling in. Parkway Life REIT, defensive healthcare income, year after year. Next up, Parkway Life REIT, the healthcare REIT that just refuses to disappoint, and one I regret not getting in much earlier. This is a REIT that owns hospitals in Singapore and a portfolio of nursing homes in Japan. It's one of the most defensive S-REITs out there. Why? Because healthcare demand is largely